everybody, welcome to my branding series. Today we'll be talking about visual branding and ways to create your design language for your business, your personal business, so that it could help resonate with customers and really just maximize every part and aspect of your visual experience. Part of building a very strong, cohesive brand is really by defining certain things in your visual language that you reflect on and you really stick to time and time again as you're making different business decisions, different design decisions. And we're going to be talking about different elements to bring it all together. And these elements are identity, logos, color, typography, visual language, and copy guidelines. So here we go. All right, everybody, let's talk about colors. Colors for your brand. Generally, you want to build out a palette, a color palette that you could use across all different things that you create. So think ads. If you're a store, you'll use it on some merchandise. You'll use it on signs on your glass windows. You'll use it on your awnings. You'll use it on your website, your Instagram, all of it. So your color palette starts kind of shaping more of your visual brand. And I'm a big fan of consistency. So when I'm looking at my color palette, more than likely, I will make the color palette very closely to the logo creation so it helps keep everything in a house. Overall, when I'm building this brand, right, you have the structure of the house, which is your identity, and then you have your logo, which is the sign on the front of your house, and your colors are starting to build out the actual shape of your house. And so once you have this imaginary house, right, you want to keep your brand contained in this house. Again, I recommend that you hire a designer to help build out your color palette. If you don't want to work with a designer and it's an exciting new thing that you want to do for yourself, definitely consult a designer, if not consult an artist. Artists in general have an understanding of color and color theory, how light affects color, how darkness affects color. You're really doing yourself a favor if you're working with somebody who has studied color. So a good thing to know about color is that colors psychologically express mood. And if you see a color, more than likely it will bring out a mood in certain individuals. It might not be the same mood, but generally the colors that you pick will really represent character traits about your brand and who you are. For example, the color blue is one of the more popular colors for companies, and blue really stands for clean and clear. And if that's something that you want to stand for as a brand, you might consider blue, for example. Yellow is a color that expresses friendliness or caution. So you have two very different feelings, but depending on who you are as a brand, you might want to pick yellow. Okay, so when you're picking out your color palette, generally I like to have a light color and a very dark color. What does that mean? The light color could be white or a beige, for example. The dark color could be black or a navy blue. And I like to do this because if I'm creating reading material, then I could use these colors, and I'm almost certain that if I turn my typography into the dark navy, people could still read it well. So I will start at a base of a light color and a dark color, and then I will add accent colors. So accent colors really are just supporting moods for your brand. Generally, I like to pick 3 accent colors, so you kind of have this palette of 5 colors that you use and you play with. You could also use these colors in different opacities. You could have 100% opacity, or you could dull it down to like 50% navy blue, for example. So it's not 100% navy blue. And all these different opacities give you a little bit more depth and dimension. These things really help just bring things alive and make things look less flat. Sometimes flat, if it's not in trend, it could be very boring. But then again, I feel like I'm digressing. So yeah, 5 colors for your palette, and you could use different opacities just to expand your color palette a little bit. And another thing to remember is that, you know, color does look different on print from also on screen. So maybe I'll make another video on print and digital and how color really plays difference. But your screen has like a bright light behind color, so colors look more vibrant on screens. But when you print color, there's no light behind paper, so it might look a little bit duller, and sometimes dull is the effect you want, or vibrant is the effect you want. So these are various things to consider when you're doing print and digital. Right, so I think that's all I want to talk about considering colors today, because I feel like I could talk all day about colors. But if you're in need of a designer or artist, I know very, very skilled designers and artists who can help you. I personally love to do it. So we could start a conversation if you're looking for that for yourself or your business. So in the next video, we'll be talking about typography, or AKA fonts. I prefer the word typography just because, I don't know, it's long, it's cool, whatever, it's a personal preference. So yeah, I'll see you then.